What is required to obtain a California Class A driver's license? Option A. Pass the written test only. Option B. Pass a knowledge test, vision exam, and skills test in a commercial vehicle. Option C. Only a driving record check is needed. Option D. Pass the Class C test and then a separate commercial test. The correct answer is B. Pass a knowledge test, vision exam, and skills test in a commercial vehicle. A Class A CDL requires a knowledge test covering general commercial driving, combination vehicles, and any applicable endorsements, plus a vision examination, and a skills test, pre-trip inspection, basic vehicle control, and road test, in a combination vehicle. What types of vehicles require a California Class A license? Option A. Any vehicle over 10,000 pounds. Option B. Combination vehicles, truck and trailer, with a GVWR over 26,000 pounds, where the trailer exceeds 10,000 pounds GVWR. Option C. Any truck with a trailer attached. Option D. All commercial vehicles. The correct answer is B. Combination vehicles, truck and trailer, with a GVWR over 26,000 pounds, where the trailer exceeds 10,000 pounds GVWR. A Class A license is required to operate combination vehicles, truck with a trailer or semi-trailer, where the combined GVWR is over 26,000 pounds and the trailer GVWR exceeds 10,000 pounds. This includes tractor-trailers and large RV/trailer combinations. What types of vehicles require a California Class B license? Option A. Motorcycles and small trucks. Option B. Single vehicles over 26,000 pounds GVWR, and buses designed for 16+ passengers. Option C. Any vehicle with a diesel engine. Option D. Vehicles with a commercial livery plate. The correct answer is B. Single vehicles over 26,000 pounds GVWR, and buses designed for 16+ passengers. A Class B CDL is required for single vehicles, not pulling a trailer, with a GVWR over 26,000 pounds, buses designed to transport 24 or more passengers, including the driver, and school buses. Examples include large dump trucks, delivery trucks, and transit buses. What vision standard must you meet to obtain or renew a California driver's license? Option A. 20/20 vision in both eyes without correction. Option B. At least 20/200 vision in one eye, with or without correction. Option C. At least 20/40 vision in the better eye, with or without correction, and a minimum field of vision. Option D. Perfect color vision is required. The correct answer is C. At least 20/40 vision in the better eye, with or without correction, and a minimum field of vision. California requires at least 20/40 visual acuity in the better eye, with corrective lenses if used, to obtain or renew a standard driver's license. You also need a minimum horizontal field of vision of 140 degrees. Some conditions may allow restricted licenses. What medical conditions must you report to the California DMV? Option A. All medical conditions must be reported. Option B. Only conditions that cause loss of consciousness, such as seizures, or that affect driving ability. Option C. Only conditions requiring prescription medication. Option D. No medical conditions. HIPAA protects medical privacy. The correct answer is B. Only conditions that cause loss of consciousness, such as seizures, or that affect driving ability. California law requires drivers, and physicians in some cases, to report conditions that may affect driving safety such as seizure disorders, loss of consciousness, dementia, severe vision impairment, or neurological conditions. The DMV evaluates each case to determine driving fitness. How long is a standard California driver's license valid? Option A. 2 years. Option B. 4 years. Option C. 5 years. Option D. 8 years for drivers under 70. The correct answer is B. 4 years. A standard California Class C driver's license is valid for 5 years and expires on your birthday. At age 70 and over, licenses are valid for shorter periods and require more frequent in-person renewals. What is a real ID driver's license and when is it required in California? Option A. A special license for international travel. Option B. A federally compliant ID required for boarding domestic flights and accessing federal facilities. Option C. A license for commercial drivers only. Option D. A license for drivers over 65. The correct answer is B. A federally compliant ID required for boarding domestic flights and accessing federal facilities. A real ID is a state-issued driver's license or ID that meets federal security standards. Beginning May 7, 2025, a real ID is required to board domestic flights, enter military bases, and access certain federal facilities. It requires proof of identity, social security number, and California residency. When is a California driver's license suspended vs. revoked? Option A. They are the same thing. Option B. Suspension is temporary and can be reinstated, revocation ends the license and requires reapplication. Option C. Suspension means you cannot drive at all, revocation allows restricted driving. Option D. Suspension applies only to commercial licenses. The correct answer is B. Suspension is temporary and can be reinstated, revocation ends the license and requires reapplication. A suspension temporarily withdraws driving privileges for a set period after which you can reinstate the license by meeting requirements. A revocation terminates the license entirely. To drive again, you must reapply and be re-examined as if for the first time. Under what circumstances can you receive an occupational or restricted license after a DUI in California? Option A. You cannot drive at all after a DUI suspension. Option B. After a 30-day hard suspension, you may apply for a restricted license to drive to work and DUI programs typically requiring an IID installation. Option C. You may drive immediately with an interlock device. Option D. Only after completing DUI school. The correct answer is B. After a 30-day hard suspension, you may apply for a restricted license to drive to work and DUI programs typically requiring an IID installation. After a DUI, California imposes a hard 30-day suspension during which no driving is permitted. After that, you may apply for a restricted license to drive to work, school, and DUI programs but only if you install an ignition interlock device, IID, and provide proof of insurance, State Route 22. What is in State Route 22 and when is it required in California? Option A. A type of vehicle registration certificate. Option B. Proof of financial responsibility, insurance, required after certain violations filed by your insurance company with the DMV. Option C. A smog certification for high-emitting vehicles. Option D. A commercial license endorsement. The correct answer is B. Proof of financial responsibility, insurance, required after certain violations filed by your insurance company with the DMV. In State Route 22 is a certificate of financial responsibility, a form filed by your insurance company with the DMV that proves you carry the required minimum liability insurance. It is required after DUI, driving uninsured, or other serious violations, and must be maintained for 3 years. What is an ignition interlock device, IID, and when is it required? Option A. A device that prevents the engine from overheating. Option B. A breathalyzer connected to the ignition. If blood alcohol is detected, the car will not start. Option C. A GPS tracking device for probation. Option D. An automated parking system. The correct answer is B. A breathalyzer connected to the ignition. If blood alcohol is detected, the car will not start. An IID is a breathalyzer wired to the ignition. The driver must provide a breath sample to start the car. If alcohol above the set level is detected, the car will not start. California requires IID installation for DUI convictions, mandatory on first offenses in some counties, and all offenses statewide for repeat offenders. What is the legal definition of a hit and run in California? Option A. Fleeing the scene of an accident where you were not at fault. Option B. Leaving the scene of an accident where you were involved without stopping to exchange information or render aid. Option C. Driving through a red light. Option D. Speeding in a school zone. The correct answer is B. Leaving the scene of an accident where you were involved without stopping to exchange information or render aid. A hit and run occurs when a driver involved in a collision leaves the scene without stopping to exchange required information or render reasonable assistance to injured persons. It is a misdemeanor when only property is damaged and a felony when injury or death is involved. What is the open container law in California? Option A. Open beverages of any kind are prohibited while driving. Option B. Alcoholic beverages must not be open, or have a broken seal, anywhere in the passenger area of the vehicle while driving. Option C. Open containers are only prohibited for the driver, not passengers. Option D. Open containers are allowed in the trunk only. The correct answer is B. Alcoholic beverages must not be open, or have a broken seal, anywhere in the passenger area of the vehicle while driving. California's open container law prohibits having any open container of alcohol, unsealed, with broken seal, or partially consumed, in the passenger area of a vehicle while driving. This applies to both the driver and passengers. An open container must be stored in the trunk or locked container. What is wet reckless in California DUI law? Option A. A DUI charge for driving in wet conditions. Option B. A plea reduction from DUI to reckless driving with alcohol noted carries fewer penalties than DUI. Option C. A term for driving under the influence of marijuana. Option D. A DUI charge for drivers with a BAC between 0.05% and 0.08%. The correct answer is B. A plea reduction from DUI to reckless driving with alcohol noted carries fewer penalties than DUI. A wet What does Vehicle Code 23152 refer to in California? Option A. The statute for speeding violations. Option B. The DUI statute. It is illegal to drive under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or a combination. Option C. The hit and run statute. Option D. The reckless driving statute. The correct answer is B. The DUI statute. It is illegal to drive under the influence of alcohol, drugs, or a combination. California Vehicle Code 23152 is the DUI law. It makes it illegal to drive under the influence of alcohol, VC 23152, A, drive with a BAC of 0.08% or higher, VC 23152, B, drive under the influence of drugs, VC 23152, F, or drive with a combination of alcohol and drugs. What is the difference between a Class C and a Class M driver's license in California? Option A. Class C is for cars, Class M is for motorcycles. Option B. Class C is a standard driver's license, Class M is a motorcycle endorsement or license. Option C. Class C is for trucks, Class M is for mopeds. Option D. They are the same, just different names. The correct answer is B. Class C is a standard driver's license, Class M is a motorcycle endorsement or license. A Class C is the standard California driver's license for non-commercial vehicles. A Class M1 authorizes riding motorcycles and motorized bicycles. A Class M2 is limited to mopeds and motorized scooters. An M1 or M2 can be added as an endorsement to a Class C license. What knowledge test must you pass to get a motorcycle license in California? Option A. The standard Class C knowledge test. Option B. A separate motorcycle knowledge test covering specific rules for motorcycle operation. Option C. No written test, only a skills test is required. Option D. Only a vision test is needed. The correct answer is B. A separate motorcycle knowledge test covering specific rules for motorcycle operation. To obtain a motorcycle license, you must pass a separate motorcycle knowledge test in addition to, or in place of, the standard test. The test covers motorcycle-specific laws, safety practices, and lane positioning. You must also complete a skills test or the California Motorcyclist Safety Program. In California, what is required of new residents who move from another state? Option A. No action required. Out-of-state licenses are permanently valid in California. Option B. They must apply for a California driver's license within 10 days of establishing residency. Option C. They have 1 year to transfer their license. Option D. They only need to transfer vehicle registration, not the license. The correct answer is B. They must apply for a California driver's license within 10 days of establishing residency. New residents who establish domicile, permanent residence, in California must apply for a California driver's license within 10 days. Out-of-state licenses are not valid for California residents beyond this grace period. You must pass the knowledge test, vision exam, and possibly a behind-the-wheel test. What does the California DMV Negligent Operator Program do? Option A. Monitors commercial drivers only. Option B. Tracks points on all driver records and takes action warnings, probation, or suspension when drivers accumulate too many points. Option C. Issue citations for traffic violations. Option D. Administers vehicle registration renewals. The correct answer is B. Tracks points on all driver records and takes action warnings, probation, or suspension when drivers accumulate too many points. The Negligent Operator Treatment System, NOTS, monitors all California driver records. When you accumulate 4+ points in 12 months, 6+ in 24 months, or 8+ in 36 months, the DMV issues warnings, requires probation hearings, and can suspend or revoke your license. How does the Real ID Act affect your California driver's license? Option A. All California licenses are automatically Real ID compliant. Option B. Only licenses issued after a certain date are Real ID compliant. You must apply and show specific documents to get one. Option C. Real ID is only for commercial drivers. Option D. Real ID only affects travel outside the United States. The correct answer is B. Only licenses issued after a certain date are Real ID compliant. You must apply and show specific documents to get one. Not all California driver's licenses are Real ID compliant. To get a Real ID, marked with a gold bear and star, you must visit a DMV office and present proof of identity, passport/birth certificate, social security number, and 2 proofs of California residency. A Real ID is required for domestic air travel and federal building access from May 2025. What is California's distracted driving law beyond cell phones? Option A. Only cell phones are covered by California law. Option B. Any behavior that diverts attention from driving can support a reckless driving or negligent driving citation. Option C. Distracted driving is only enforced in school zones. Option D. California has no laws beyond cell phone use. The correct answer is B. Any behavior that diverts attention from driving can support a reckless driving or negligent driving citation. While California's specific handheld device law covers phones, drivers can be cited under other statutes, reckless driving, unsafe speed, for any behavior that diverts attention from driving, including eating, grooming, adjusting the radio, or any other distraction that causes unsafe driving. What is the California rule for passing a bicyclist on a road with no bike lane? Option A. Pass as you would any slow vehicle. Option B. Give at least 3 feet of clearance, change lanes completely if possible. Option C. You may not pass a bicycle on a road without a bike lane. Option D. Only pass if you are going more than 15 miles per hour faster. The correct answer is B. Give at least 3 feet of clearance, change lanes completely if possible. California's 3 Feet for Safety Act requires at least 3 feet of clearance when passing a bicycle. On a 2-lane road, this often means crossing the center line if it is safe to do so, or following the cyclist until a safe passing opportunity presents itself. What is the correct response when a school bus is stopped and the amber lights are flashing? Option A. You must stop immediately. Option B. Slow down and prepare to stop. Red lights will activate shortly. Option C. Amber lights mean you may pass at reduced speed. Option D. Pass quickly before the red lights activate. The correct answer is B. Slow down and prepare to stop. Red lights will activate shortly. Flashing amber lights on a school bus mean children are about to board or exit. You must slow down and be prepared to stop. The red flashing lights and stop arm will deploy shortly, at which point stopping becomes mandatory for vehicles in most positions. What is required for a vehicle left unattended on a public road? Option A. Nothing. You can leave a vehicle anywhere temporarily. Option B. The engine must be off, the parking brake set, and the vehicle secured to prevent movement. Option C. Only the parking brake is required. Option D. The keys must be removed and doors locked only at night. The correct answer is B. The engine must be off, the parking brake set, and the vehicle secured to prevent movement. When leaving a vehicle unattended on a public road, you must turn off the engine, remove the key from the ignition, set the parking brake, and secure the vehicle from movement. Leaving a vehicle running unattended is a violation and creates safety and theft risks. What is the basic speed law and how does it differ from posted speed limits? Option A. They are the same. You must always drive the posted limit. Option B. The basic speed law says never drive faster than conditions warrant. Even the posted limit may be too fast in some conditions. Option C. The basic speed law allows driving 10% above the posted limit. Option D. Basic speed law only applies to residential roads. The correct answer is B. The basic speed law says never drive faster than conditions warrant. Even the posted limit may be too fast in some conditions. California's basic speed law, CVC 22350, says you must never drive faster than is safe for existing conditions regardless of posted limits. During rain, fog, traffic, or impaired vision, you may need to drive well below the posted limit to comply with this law. When is a U-turn prohibited in a business district in California? Option A. U-turns are always prohibited in business districts. Option B. U-turns are permitted in business districts only at intersections with a green light or where signs permit. Option C. U-turns are allowed anywhere in a business district at any time. Option D. U-turns are only prohibited within 100 feet of driveways. The correct answer is B. U-turns are permitted in business districts only at intersections with a green light or where signs permit. In a business district, defined as an area with 50% or more of frontage used for business, U-turns are only allowed at intersections or at openings in a divided highway that are not at an intersection, and only when it can be done safely and a sign does not prohibit it. What does California law say about sleeping in your vehicle with the engine running? Option A. It is always illegal. Option B. It is legal anywhere. Option C. It is legal in some locations but illegal in others, and being drunk in a running vehicle can constitute DUI if you have the ability to drive. Option D. It is only illegal in residential neighborhoods. The correct answer is C. It is legal in some locations but illegal in others, and being drunk in a running vehicle can constitute DUI if you have the ability to drive. Sleeping in a running vehicle can result in a DUI charge if you are intoxicated and have physical control of the vehicle even if it is parked. The key factors are your BAC and whether you had ability and intent to drive. Sleeping in a running car while drunk is treated seriously by California courts. What is a provisional driver's license in California, and what are its restrictions for the first 12 months? Option A. A license for seniors with medical conditions. Option B. A junior driver's license for ages 16 to 17 that prohibits driving 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. and limits passengers under 20 unless supervised. Option C. A license restricted to within 50 miles of home. Option D. A license that requires a parent to be present at all times. The correct answer is B. A junior driver's license for ages 16 to 17 that prohibits driving 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. and limits passengers under 20 unless supervised. California's provisional license for drivers 16 to 17 restricts, no driving 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., unless for school, work, or medical emergency with a note, No transporting passengers under 20 years old unless a licensed driver 25 plus is in the vehicle. These restrictions apply for the first 12 months of having the license. What does TWIL stand for in California DMV driving records? Option A. Traffic warning infraction level. Option B. Traffic violation information log. Option C. Total weight in lanes. Option D. There is no official TWIL acronym in California DMV records. The correct answer is D. There is no official TWIL acronym in California DMV records. TWIL is not an official California DMV term. This is a knowledge test question designed to test whether you apply logic and refuse to guess at unfamiliar official-sounding acronyms. If you see an unfamiliar term on a government document, always verify with the issuing agency. What does the DMV use negligent operator points to determine? Option A. How much you pay in vehicle registration. Option B. Whether to suspend, revoke, or restrict your driving privilege based on your driving history. Option C. Your auto insurance premium. Option D. Your eligibility for a commercial license. The correct answer is B. Whether to suspend, revoke, or restrict your driving privilege based on your driving history. The California DMV's Negligent Operator Treatment System, NOTS, assigns points for moving violations and at-fault collisions. Accumulating too many points triggers escalating consequences, warning letter, probation order, then suspension or revocation of your driving privilege. What is required to reinstate a suspended California driver's license? Option A. Just pay any outstanding fines. Option B. Meet the specific requirements of the suspension, which may include completing DUI school, filing in State Route 22, paying a reinstatement fee, and passing exams. Option C. Only a reinstatement fee is required. Option D. Wait out the suspension period, no further action needed. The correct answer is B. Meet the specific requirements of the suspension, which may include completing DUI school, filing in State Route 22, paying a reinstatement fee, and passing exams. License reinstatement requirements vary by the reason for suspension but commonly include completing any required program, DUI school, traffic school, filing in State Route 22, for insurance-related suspensions, paying a reinstatement fee, $55, $125 plus, and sometimes passing knowledge and/or driving tests again. What is the difference between a moving violation and a non-moving violation on a driving record? Option A. Moving violations only apply on freeways. Option B. Moving violations occur while the vehicle is in motion and add points. Non-moving violations, like parking tickets, generally do not add points. Option C. Non-moving violations are more serious. Option D. Both types add the same number of points. The correct answer is B. Moving violations occur while the vehicle is in motion and add points. Non-moving violations, like parking tickets, generally do not add points. Moving violations, speeding, running red lights, failure to yield, occur while the vehicle is in motion and add points to your driving record, affecting insurance rates and potentially your license status. Non-moving violations, parking tickets, equipment violations, generally do not add DMV points. What is the purpose of the 10-day rule regarding a DMV action on your license? Option A. You have 10 days to pay any traffic fine. Option B. After a DUI arrest, you have 10 days to request a DMV hearing to contest the administrative license suspension, or it begins automatically. Option C. You must report an address change within 10 days. Option D. You must register a new vehicle within 10 days of purchase. The correct answer is B. After a DUI arrest, you have 10 days to request a DMV hearing to contest the administrative license suspension, or it begins automatically. After a DUI arrest, the officer confiscates your license and issues a temporary license valid for 30 days. You have only 10 days from the arrest date to request a DMV administrative hearing to contest the automatic suspension. Missing this deadline means the suspension begins after 30 days without a hearing. What does it mean if a California traffic violation is an infraction vs. a misdemeanor? Option A. They mean the same thing. Option B. An infraction is a minor violation with a fine only, no jail time or criminal record. A misdemeanor is more serious and can result in jail time and a criminal record. Option C. A misdemeanor is less serious than an infraction. Option D. Infractions go on your criminal record, misdemeanors do not. The correct answer is B. An infraction is a minor violation with a fine only, no jail time or criminal record. A misdemeanor is more serious and can result in jail time and a criminal record. In California, infractions are minor violations, like most speeding tickets, punishable by fine only, no jail time and no criminal record. Misdemeanors are more serious, reckless driving, DUI, hit and run with property damage, and can result in fines, probation, and jail time, and appear on your criminal record. What is the California law on using a navigation app while driving? Option A. Completely prohibited, no device may be used. Option B. Navigation apps may be used on a device mounted to the dash or windshield, you may only interact with it via a single tap or swipe. Option C. Any navigation app use requires a hands-free mount and voice only. Option D. Navigation apps may only be used at speeds under 25 miles per hour. The correct answer is B. Navigation apps may be used on a device mounted to the dash or windshield, you may only interact with it via a single tap or swipe. California allows using a mounted, not handheld, navigation app while driving. Interaction must be limited to a single tap or swipe. The device must be in a commercially designed mount attached to the windshield or dash, not held in your hand or on your lap. What is the California law on transporting a firearm in a vehicle? Option A. Firearms may be carried anywhere in the vehicle if you have a permit. Option B. Firearms must be unloaded and in a locked container separate from ammunition or unloaded in the trunk. Option C. Only law enforcement may transport firearms in vehicles. Option D. Firearms are always prohibited in vehicles. The correct answer is B. Firearms must be unloaded and in a locked container separate from ammunition or unloaded in the trunk. California law requires firearms transported in a vehicle to be unloaded and stored in a locked container, not the glove box, or unloaded in the trunk. Concealed carry permit holders have different rules. Transporting a loaded firearm in a vehicle is generally a crime in California. What is the California law regarding child safety seats for children 4 to 7 years old? Option A. Seatbelt only is sufficient for children 4 and older. Option B. Children under 8 must be in a booster or car seat appropriate for their size, in the rear seat. Option C. Children 4 and older may sit in the front seat with an airbag active. Option D. No special requirements once a child is 4 years old. The correct answer is B. Children under 8 must be in a booster or car seat appropriate for their size, in the rear seat. California requires children under 8 to use an appropriate child safety seat or booster seat secured in the rear seat. Children who are 4 to 7 and have outgrown their forward-facing seat should use a belt positioning booster seat until the vehicle seat belt fits properly, typically when the child is 4 feet 9 inches tall. What is the role of the California Highway Patrol, CHP, in traffic enforcement? Option A. CHP only enforces speed limits on freeways. Option B. CHP has jurisdiction over all state highways and freeways, and can enforce traffic laws on county roads when local agencies are unavailable. Option C. CHP only enforces commercial vehicle regulations. Option D. CHP only responds to major accidents. The correct answer is B. CHP has jurisdiction over all state highways and freeways, and can enforce traffic laws on county roads when local agencies are unavailable. The California Highway Patrol has primary jurisdiction over state highways and freeways. They enforce traffic laws, investigate accidents, assist motorists, and regulate commercial vehicles. On city streets, local police departments have primary jurisdiction, though CHP may assist. What is the legal requirement for a vehicle purchased in California to register within? Option A. 30 days. Option B. 20 days. Option C. 10 days. Option D. 60 days. The correct answer is B. 20 days. After purchasing a vehicle in California, you must register it with the DMV within 20 days, for a used vehicle purchased from a private party, or the dealer handles it within a few days for new vehicles. Operating an unregistered vehicle after the grace period results in fines. What must you do with a traffic citation, ticket, you receive in California? Option A. You can ignore it if you plan to dispute it in court. Option B. You must either pay the fine or appear in court by the due date. Ignoring it results in additional fines and a DMV hold on your license. Option C. You have 30 days before any action is required. Option D. Only appear in court if you plan to contest it. The correct answer is B. You must either pay the fine or appear in court by the due date. Ignoring it results in additional fines and a DMV hold on your license. When you receive a traffic citation, you must respond by the due date, either paying the fine, an admission of guilt, or appearing in court to contest it. Ignoring a citation leads to additional failure to appear, fines, a hold on your license renewal, and potentially a warrant for your arrest. What does a California Clean Air Vehicle decal allow? Option A. Free parking anywhere in California. Option B. Single occupant use of HOV lanes where posted the vehicle must qualify and the decal must be current. Option C. Exemption from smog inspections. Option D. Free charging at public EV stations. The correct answer is B. Single occupant use of HOV lanes where posted the vehicle must qualify and the decal must be current. A current California Clean Air Vehicle decal allows qualifying low-emission vehicles, EVs, PHEVs, FCEVs, and some hybrids, with the appropriate state-issued decal to use HOV, carpool, lanes with just one occupant, where the posted signs allow it. Decals expire and must be renewed. When may you legally drive an unregistered vehicle in California? Option A. For up to 30 days after purchase. Option B. On a valid dealer license plate during a test drive, or with a valid one-trip permit from the DMV. Option C. On any road if the vehicle was just purchased. Option D. Only to drive it directly to your home. The correct answer is B. On a valid dealer license plate during a test drive, or with a valid one-trip permit from the DMV. An unregistered vehicle may legally be driven with a dealer's license plate during a test drive or transfer, with a valid DMV one-trip permit when moving the vehicle, or in certain limited purchase/transport situations. Driving an unregistered vehicle without authorization is a violation. What is the purpose of a DMV notice of transfer and release of liability? Option A. Transfers the vehicle insurance to the new owner. Option B. Notifies the DMV that you have sold or transferred the vehicle, releasing you from liability for future incidents involving it. Option C. A notice sent to the new owner of a vehicle. Option D. Required only for commercial vehicle transfers. The correct answer is B. Notifies the DMV that you have sold or transferred the vehicle, releasing you from liability for future incidents involving it. When you sell or give away a vehicle, you must notify the DMV within 5 business days by submitting a Notice of Transfer and Release of Liability, NRL. This protects you from liability if the new owner gets tickets or is in an accident before re-registering the vehicle. What is the lemon law in California and what does it protect? Option A. A law against selling rotten produce. Option B. California's Song-Beverly Consumer Warranty Act protects buyers of defective new vehicles. If a manufacturer cannot fix a defect after a reasonable number of attempts, they must replace or refund the vehicle. Option C. A law governing vehicle paint color standards. Option D. A law specifically about used vehicle sales. The correct answer is B. California's Song-Beverly Consumer Warranty Act protects buyers of defective new vehicles. If a manufacturer cannot fix a defect after a reasonable number of attempts, they must replace or refund the vehicle. California's lemon law, Song-Beverly Consumer Warranty Act, protects consumers who purchase or lease new vehicles with substantial defects that the manufacturer fails to fix after a reasonable number of repair attempts. The manufacturer must replace or buy back the vehicle. Used vehicles have more limited protections. What is the maximum speed limit in California on any road? Option A. 70 miles per hour. Option B. 75 miles per hour. Option C. 80 miles per hour. Option D. 65 miles per hour unless specifically posted higher. The correct answer is A. 70 miles per hour. The maximum speed limit anywhere in California is 70 miles per hour, allowed on some freeways where specifically posted. No California road is legally posted above 70 miles per hour. The default maximum on most freeways is 65 miles per hour unless a higher limit, up to 70 miles per hour, is posted. What is a supervised intersection and how do you navigate it? Option A. An intersection with cameras only. Option B. An intersection controlled by a traffic officer. Follow the officer's signals over all signals and signs. Option C. An intersection with a stop sign on all four sides. Option D. An intersection with a pedestrian hybrid beacon. The correct answer is B. An intersection controlled by a traffic officer. Follow the officer's signals over all signals and signs. A supervised intersection has a traffic officer directing traffic. Always follow the officer's directions. They supersede traffic signals and signs. If an officer signals you to proceed through a red light, you must do so. The officer's authority is supreme over all other traffic controls. What is the purpose of the drive test, road test, required for a California driver's license? Option A. Only to test parallel parking. Option B. To evaluate your ability to safely operate a vehicle in real traffic conditions including turns, signals, merges, and hazard perception. Option C. Only to test your knowledge of signs. Option D. To determine your insurance risk level. The correct answer is B. To evaluate your ability to safely operate a vehicle in real traffic conditions including turns, signals, merges, and hazard perception. The behind-the-wheel driving test evaluates your ability to operate a vehicle safely in actual traffic. The examiner scores your lane changes, signaling, turning, observation at intersections, following distance, parking, and overall situational awareness and safety. How often must a California vehicle undergo a smog inspection? Option A. Every year. Option B. Every other year, biennial, or when ownership is transferred. Option C. Only when registration is first obtained. Option D. Only vehicles over 10 years old need smog checks. The correct answer is B. Every other year, biennial, or when ownership is transferred. Most California vehicles must pass a smog inspection every 2 years to renew registration. Vehicles 8 years old or newer are typically exempt for their first few years. Vehicles manufactured before 1976 are exempt. When you sell a vehicle, a smog certificate is usually required. What is the California law on organ donation as it relates to your driver's license? Option A. You must list your preference on your license. Option B. You may voluntarily register as an organ donor when obtaining or renewing your license. It does not affect medical treatment. Option C. Organ donation is automatically assumed for all drivers. Option D. Organ donation requires a separate court document. The correct answer is B. You may voluntarily register as an organ donor when obtaining or renewing your license. It does not affect medical treatment. When obtaining or renewing your California driver's license, you can voluntarily register as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Registration is recorded in the state donor registry. Your medical care is never affected by your donor status. The decision to donate is only made after all life-saving efforts have been exhausted. What is the hands-free requirement for California drivers and what does it permit? Option A. Completely hands-free means no phone use at all. Option B. Drivers may use a voice-operated or hands-free device to make calls but must not hold the phone or use it manually while driving. Option C. Hands-free is only required on freeways. Option D. Drivers over May 25 use handheld devices with a Bluetooth headset. The correct answer is B. Drivers may use a voice-operated or hands-free device to make calls but must not hold the phone or use it manually while driving. California allows use of a hands-free, voice-operated wireless device while driving. This means you can make or receive calls using Bluetooth or a speaker system without touching the phone. You may not hold the phone, dial manually, or read/write messages while driving. Congratulations! You completed all 50 California DMV practice questions for 2026. Subscribe to the USA Driving Test for free practice tests for all 50 states. Good luck on your exam.